Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Super Robot Tyson J. On our last installment, we made Gulandan Guts run like the bitch day is, but it's far from over. However, we're not focusing on in-game just yet, as I think it is time to show off another series that is considered a debut here in the Super Robot Tyson series. That series just happens to be Full Metal Panic. Now, Full Metal Panic started off as a light novel, then a manga, then an anime series. Of course, most people who have watched this series know that it really spawned 3 sequels, as it were. Of course, you had Full Metal Panic. The sequel is Fumofu, and the third is TSR, or The Second Raid. The story tells of a covert operation squad known only as Mithril, with its members Sagara Sosuke, Melissa Mal, and Kurtz Weber. They pose as high school students attending Jindai High School. And their target to protect is Chidori. Of course, Chidori is also being targeted by various terrorist organizations, in which the only reason why she is targeted is because she has the power of the Whisperer. The Whisperer are like a special type of psychics that know something about black technology. What that is mainly told in story format in the game. So Sosuke goes to great lengths to protect Chidori Kaname. That's her last name. Or actually, Kaname is her first name. But he goes to great lengths to protect her, in the process being called a military maniac. Because he goes to great lengths, he often lays traps down and everything. You think this guy would know that he's out of his league. But anyway, this was one of the many series that had its original air date moved because of what happened back in the early 2000s. One being September 11, because it was a date that it was going to air, but it was moved because of, out of respect of the September 11 attacks. There have been 24 episodes in the series, and of course the series is different from the manga and the light novel, but yet they're all somewhat of sci-fi mech romantic comedy sort of thing. Of course, the second in the series was called Fumofu. Often because of this character right here, Bontakun. This was Sagara's idea to actually make a more smaller yet mobile unit in order to progress better. What he made was Bontakun. And Bontakun was like a Pokemon because he can only say Fu-Mo! That's all he ever said. Fu-Mo! That's all he ever said. Of course, to get Bontakun, it was pretty much you had to basically destroy all the full metal enemies with Sosuke delivering the finishing blow. If you hadn't done that, you would not get Bontakun. And only Bontakun was basically a gag character. However, he could be traded in. Instead of having the Arbless, you could have Bontakun. As I am going to show you, you can actually do this. You can actually change him into Bontakun, but that's all that's going to change. Just everything will drop significantly, but just the mobility will go up. Everything will just drop, so therefore, like I said, it's somewhat of a challenge if you wanted to do that. You can just trade into a Gernsback, but you don't want to do it. Besides, there are other series abound, like FMP, FMP Overload, FMP Surplus, as well as there being a OVA that only focuses on the captain of the Tuatha De Danann. But in any case, if you have not seen Full Metal Panic, it is a rather funny series. And it is one of those series that just say, okay, why did you do that? But in any case, the units, of course, are part of Mithril. And there's another part of Mithril, another team that is part of Mithril, in which I will talk about in the next part of the lore and legend of SRW. And there are only a few left before we actually go into in-game. So stay tuned as the lore and legend of Super Robot Tyson continue right after this.